कब तेरा दर्शन होगा। तेरी प्रतिमा इतनी सुंदर, तू कितना सुंदर होगा। नाम तुम्हारा तारनहारा, कब तेरा दर्शन होगा। नाम तुम्हारा तारनहारा, कब तेरा दर्शन होगा। तेरी प्रतिमा इतनी सुंदर, तू कितना सुंदर होगा। नाम तुम्हारा तार। Hi friends, this is Kani Kultrish. Welcome to my YouTube channel History for Kids. Today I'm going to cover Jainism part 2. I have already covered part 1. This is History for Kids. Subscribe to my channel, like and share the video. Let's move to the next slide. This is the timeline which I want to show you. I am just starting with the 7th event. With each passing lecture, the timeline will be modified and more events will be added. 5,000 years of glorious Indian history. This is Jainism. It started on 599 BC, and I have already covered Jainism part 1. Repeat friends, Jainism part 1. Okay? And friends, and I'm trying to erase this thing. And here, friends, I forgot to tell you that here more events will be added. Like after Jainism, all the events will be added. Okay? Friends, I'm trying to erase this thing. Okay friends, let's move to the next slide. Jainism part 2. Today's agenda is Jainism influence, and the second thing is Shvetambars and Digambars. This is the quiz. Hope you get the prizes. What was the main teaching of Jainism? And the second thing is, what are the main two classifications of Jainism, friends? Friends, let's move to the next slide. Jainism part 2. Today's first question is Jainism influence. A man must have right faith, right knowledge, and right conduct. By right conduct, he meant not telling lies, not stealing, not injuring living beings, and greedy. Extra wealth must be shared with others by building hospitals for humans and human beings, as well as for animals, and schools for children. The threefold virtue to be practiced were called the three jewel and the three ratnas. Since everything has a soul, much care had to be taken to killing even to avoid killing even an ant, friends, and this is the three ratnas. Okay, right knowledge, right belief, right belief, right action. And you can pause my video and see these three ratnas. Okay friends, so let's move to the next slide. Jainism part 2. The second second question is Jainism influence. Jain monks went about with a Muslim cloth over their mouths to avoid insects from getting in by mistake and losing their lives. Jains avoided walking at night to avoid stepping on insects. This was a new teaching of ahimsa or non-violence. It meant that no living thing should be hurt. Mahavir spoke of a strict and simple life, so many people followed him and became Jains. He spoke out against the caste system. I covered this in Aryans, okay? The teaching of Jainism became very popular among some people, particularly the traders and merchants, okay? Friends, I'll explain you a photo.
This is Mahavir, and he's sitting and doing meditation. Friends, I'm trying to erase this thing. Okay, friends, let's move to the next slide. Jainism part 2. The third question is Jainism influence. This was natural since the other groups, such of the Kshatriyas, could hardly practice the vow of non-injury, just as the farmers could not avoid killing pests and insects. Mahavira died in Pavas in Magadh at age of 72. By then he had about 14,000 followers. Many more became Jains after that. 10. About 200 years after Mahavir's death, which took place in 527 BC, there was a great famine in North India, friends. Friends, I'm going to explain his photo. Mahavir is over here, and he's teaching his followers what to do in Jainism. Okay, friends? Friends, I'm going to the next slide. Jainism part 2. The fourth question is Shvetambars and Digambars. About 200 years after Mahavir's death, which took place in 527 BC, there was a great famine in North India. A Jain monk named Bhadrabahu left with a group of monks for the south. There they spreaded and followed Mahavir's teachings more strictly. They were called the Digambars because they went about naked. The word Digambars means sky-clad. The northern Jains are called Shvetambars or the white-clothed. Friends, I'm going to explain you the photo. This is a Shvetambar who is wearing a white cloth, and this is a Digambar who is not wearing clothes, friends. Friends, I'm trying to erase this thing. Okay, friends, let's move to the next slide. A big thank you to all of my viewers. I will come back with Russia part 3, in which I'm going to cover the politics and economy of Russia. I will come back with Buddhism part 1. And my cousin brother is with me, Advik. He is 5 years old. Advik, which topic you like? Okay, stay tuned. Thanks a lot.